I have been a Young Justice fan since my teen years, when I first picked up the comic book Justice League of America World Without Grown-Ups. I met Robin, Tim Drake, Superboy, and my absolute favourite, Impulse, Bart Allen. This was my gateway into the world of DC. I have watched the films, the TV shows, read the comics when I can, and keep up with the canon as best as I'm able. Then I bought the Batman Arkham games on sale on Steam. And not 2 weeks after that, I saw a trailer for Gotham Knights and was sold. I paid with money I probably should have saved for important things like coal and electricity. Had to get major help from my little brother to make sure my computer would actually play the game. Thanks, little brother, your old graphics card works perfectly. And after waiting for Steam to release the game, what's with it not being ready for installing until after 6 PM UK time Steam? And installing all night, I finally got to play it today. Today being the 22nd of October 2022. There will of course be no commentary playthrough of the whole game coming soon, so watch out for that. But I decided I should take the time to do a review of the game, a 1 hour in review as it were. Later, when I'm further along or finished, I might do another one. But I find the 1 hour mark of any game makes or breaks a playing experience. You either want to play more or you want to turn the game off. Batman is dead. The game shoots you straight from launch into the beginning cutscene of the game, an epic battle that results in the death of Batman and the beginning of what looks like a very interesting series of events that makes up the game in total. We meet our main characters, Nightwing, Red Hood, Batgirl and Robin, and some notable side characters, Alfred obviously, but there's also Bruce's uncle Jacob Kane, and I presume Jacob's daughter Catherine, who is the commissioner of the GCPD, as Commissioner Gordon is no longer with us. Haven't learnt much about them yet, but I call sus. If this was Among Us, I'd eject them out the airlock already. When gameplay finally commences after a whopping 15 minutes of cutscenes and world building, you take control of one of the 4 characters and set out to solve Batman's last case, heading to a university to find the professor. As first hours go, the story wasn't throwing too much at you all at once when you finally get to control your character. The tutorial takes its time to show you how things work, and by the time you meet the rest of the group at the Belfry, after your mission, you're curious to know more and to get out into the city and explore it. The graphics in the game are breathtakingly beautiful. The city is wonderfully rendered and the characters are very natural. You can tell they did a lot of motion capture making this, and it was totally worth it. However, I did notice a few glitches where a scene or movement would be repeated a few times before settling down. It only happened twice in cutscenes, and thankfully never while I was interacting with the world in a fight. There are some issues with the bat cycle, but I'll discuss them later. The controls are easy and fluid. Everything moves correctly, and when I press a button there's no delay in the action taking place, which makes jumping and vaulting very easy and fun. There are a few features I did enjoy. The investigation. The game allows you to solve its puzzle in a very organic way, I felt. Yes, it gives you hints, helps you know where to look, but it also lets you figure out the solution for yourself from the options available, which I found fun, piecing things all together. The combat. So far, I have only played with Robin. Okay? I'll be honest. I'm probably going to play the whole game as Robin. He is my favourite. But I found the combat to be fairly intuitive, especially if you've played the Arkham games. Overall, I thought the game played well with no glaring issues, save for the bat cycle, which again, I'll talk about later. Tim Drake. As I said at the start, he was my Robin. He still is my Robin. And I so rarely get to see him properly in TV shows or games. In all honesty, it was him that made me want to get the game. While I like Nightwing, Red Hood and Batgirl, I wanted to play as Robin. I also like the fact that you can switch between characters. I think that's pretty cool. So if you want to, you can do a round robin of character plays. Nightwing one mission, Batgirl for some patrols, etc. I like the flexibility that it gives you to play your own way, but you can also, as I'm doing, play the same character the whole way through. The world building. I like that the game took the time to set the scene. It didn't plunge me directly into the action, it let me watch and enjoy the characters for a little while. It let me understand the world I was about to be dropped into.
If you're watching this, I'm dead. This is a code black. This message was automatically triggered when I destroyed the cave and everything it contained. I know what's coming won't be easy. But then, nothing we do is easy. I've prepared for it as best as I can. I know you have to. I'm sorry it's come to this.
The bat cycle. As you can see, it froze a number of times while I was using it. The general control of it was fine. I only wildly drove into a crowd once, but the fact that it kept sticking was quite off-putting, especially during chase scenes, and I might have to forego using it until it's patched. I would recommend you buy the game. It's well worth it from the hour I've played thus far. I'm hooked and can't wait to get back on the computer to play more. However, I do understand that some gamers might not like how long it takes to get into the action themselves. The first 15 minutes are definitely more like watching the start of a film or TV show. But please give it a chance. You won't regret it.